Hi everyone, this is Mindy, Eggen, and welcome to Scrapbooking Cards Today, 12 Days of Holiday Giving. I have 2 cards that I'm going to create for you today, and this is using a regular flower stencil, but giving it a beautiful holiday look. The set that I'm going to be using today is the Whimsical Primrose from Gina K Designs, and one of my favorite things about this stencil is that it has a coordinating die. There are 4 layers to the stencil, 2 for the flower and 2 for the leaves. And the first thing I did was die cut out the flower from white layering weight cardstock from Gina K Designs using the coordinating die. I'm going to use my grip mat to hold that cardstock in place, and this is actually the double background one, and then the flip side is the grip mat. So you get 2 backgrounds, or flip it over and you get the grip mat to hold your stencil and your die cut piece in place. I'm starting with the first layer of the flower, which is the most open area of the stencil, and it also will say stencil number 1 down in the bottom corner. And I'm going to be using the brand new cranberry inks from Gina K Designs. This is the light cranberry that I'm starting with for the first layer. If you don't have these yet and they're not on their way to you, be sure to head over to Gina K Designs website and click the notify me button so you know when they come back in stock, and then you'll get a notification immediately to head over and grab your set. For the second layer of the stencil, I'm going to come in with a dark cranberry. So you could go with the 3 different colors, but I'm just going to jump right to the darkest color because I love the contrast between these 2 layers. I'm using my standard blending brush for this, just going over all of the open areas of the stencil, reapplying my ink when necessary. Remove this layer of the stencil. That's going to complete the main flower portion. The third layer of the stencil is going to fill in the leaves. So there are 2 parts for the leaves. This one, I'm going to be using Jelly Bean Green ink. It is a nice light green color. And then after I fill in this area, I can remove the stencil. I will bring in the last layer of the stencil. This one is going to give some details to the leaves, but also the center to the flowers. The darker shade of green that I'm using here today is going to be fresh asparagus. I did switch over to a smaller blending brush since this is a smaller area to blend in. And then for the center of the flowers, I'm going to be using dark chocolate. Since my piece is already die cut out and this is the last layer of the stencil, this would be a great time to dig out maybe some fused foiling gel and use your fancy foils with it or any of your glitter gels. I can carefully remove my die cut piece from my sticky mat, and I'm going to create another one just like this off screen so that way I can make 2 cards. One of the reasons that I chose these colors today is because I wanted them to have that Christmas feel, and I thought the cranberry ink line would be perfect for this. Now for a background, I have my sticky mat inside of my Misty tool. I'm placing down a piece of Barely There cardstock, and I'm going to place the snowy background stamp over the top. What I want to do is add just some light interest to the background because I really want the focal point to stay in the center around the image. I started off by stamping it down using Skeleton Leaves ink, which I know may seem like kind of an odd combination, but it actually gives a beautiful look on the Barely There cardstock. But I did find I wanted to tone that down a little bit, so I'm going to ink that up again using white pigment ink. So if you ever find that you've done some stamping and it's a little bit too bright or too much of a contrast, try stamping back over the top with a white pigment ink. Now, at the time of this video, I did not have my hands on the full-size ink pads for the cranberry line or the cardstock, but I did find that this cherry red cardstock worked fairly well since I didn't go too heavy-handed with my color of inks. I need to use some holiday greetings if I want to turn this into a holiday card, so I'm using these beautiful scripty fonts or these scripty sentiments from the Holiday Floral stamp set. I'm going to be stamping them using the black onyx ink from Gina K Designs just down onto some heavyweight white cardstock. And then I used the coordinating dies to die cut out the sentiments. Here's the card design laid out that I want to use for both card projects. I have an oval that I die cut out using the Oval Shadow Shaker die set. I'm going to pop it up on the front of my project using some foam tape from Altenew. And then for my flower, I did layer a second die cut piece behind there, so it's going to give that a little bit stability. And then using my liquid glue, it's actually Connect glue that I have in the Misty Precision Glue Press. And I added that down and then adding my sentiment tucked down in that corner using that liquid glue as well. The sentiments I do stack together as well, die cutting out that twice from white cardstock. So again, just kind of giving that a little bit of stability. I'll repeat the same steps for my lighter colored cardstock. So this is the one using Barely There cardstock. It may be a little hard to see in the camera, but that texture really is nice and subtle, but you can still see it in person. So it does add a little bit of interest to the background. So just by changing up my ink colors and also depending on the sentiment that you use, you can use your floral stamp sets for any occasion and any holiday. I hope these card projects inspire you. Thank you all so much for spending time with me today.